Sorry for your wait. My name's Seven. It's great to meet you, Gwendolyn. Just go ahead and have a seat. Thank you so much for having me. And I love your dress. I think I have one at home just like that. So if you want to start by telling me a little bit about yourself and what do you think that you could bring this company? Well, Mrs. Peterson, obviously my name's Gwendolyn Guthrie, and I studied technical management at DeVry University. I obtained my bachelor's degree with a GPA of 3.6, and I do have some great experiences that would be very beneficial to this position opening. I was the president of a volunteer organization for my local dog pound that helped me grow and practice many of my skills. I learned to hone my organizational skills, my communication skills, my leadership skills, and my social skills. That's just to name a few. These were some of the skills that I really had to focus on expanding extensively when being the president of an entire volunteer organization. I understood there was a lot that was required by the president, and I wanted to make sure I did everything I could to help the organization and its events be successful. This position of the president of a volunteer organization prepared me to take on a role that requires a lot of organization and a lot of responsibility. And in this particular experience alone, I think that I have gained extensive skills that would be very beneficial to the position opening at your company of receptionist office assistant. Okay, great. That sounds amazing. So, how do you respond to stressful situations? I believe that I do some of my best work under high stress situations. I really like to make sure I do a good job on any task that I take on, and I want to make sure that all of my tasks are done to quality standards. I tend to want to second guess myself in the name of perfection. However, under stressful situations, there isn't much time to allow myself to second guess my work. So this prevents me from rechecking my tasks multiple times. And I found that in these stressful situations, my resulting work is just as good as the work that I've checked multiple times before, but I complete it in half the time. So this has led me to realize that stressful situations do not impact the quality of my work, yet improves the timeliness of it. Great, that's lovely. So can you tell me about your strengths? My biggest strength, I would say it's my ability to overcome obstacles. In my professional experiences, I've learned that I'm very good at coming up with plans on last-minute scenarios that work when unexpected obstacles are put in the way of reaching a goal. So, describe a time when you were creative in solving a problem. A time when I was creative in solving a problem. There was one time at my previous employer, we had a situation where our building caught on fire and the entire building burned to the ground. There was not a single wall left standing. And during the crisis, trying to figure out what we do without a building to work in and what we're going to do with the building itself, many of our employees were left at odds and they really didn't know how to respond. So the next day after the fire, while there was still smoke pluming from the ash, I drove to my work because I knew the owner and the supervisors would all be there trying to figure out what to do. And I basically used myself to gather information for the rest of the employees who still really didn't know what was going on and what to do. I also used the time while I was there that day to give out ideas to the supervisors of how we could get back to work quickly. So I made the suggestion that we set up just a temporary workspace in one of the air-conditioned outbuildings that was still standing, and we could use that to complete any work that we could do, and, well, obviously without our normal systems, so we could continue to at least work while the IT department was working to get our systems back up and running again. And after only 2 days, the supervisors had used my ideas that I had provided the very day after the fire, and we went back to work as I suggested. And we did as I suggested. We just worked with what we could until we got our systems back up. And then we used that temporary workspace for several months until they rebuilt a brand new and improved building. Tell me about a time when you had to deal with an irate customer. Yes, irate customers. Well, when I was working as a security officer, I was called to patrol one of the stores at the mall that I was in duty at. So the store's manager's concern was that a female customer was looking for things to steal. I knew when I got back to the store, my purpose would be to simply patrol through the store, acting as basically a deterrent for potential would-be thieves. However, as soon as my patrol was noticed by the store customer in question, rather than them becoming nervous and leaving the store like expected, she became very upset and started confronting the store supervisor about my appearance in the store. So the irate customer was basically accusing the store of racial profiling. Now, even though I knew why I was there, I didn't want to anger them even further by letting them know that I was there to keep an eye on them. So I stepped in and I asked what the problem was, just pretending like I didn't know what was going on to keep the atmosphere calm. The woman immediately turned around and directed her anger and frustration at me, which is exactly kind of what I wanted. I wanted her to focus on me. And I used this opportunity to side with the woman on only her misunderstanding of the situation. And I wanted her to feel comfortable only long enough to get the woman to speak with me outside. I wanted to remove this scenario from the indoors of the store. And that way we could speak more freely. And once outside, I was able to talk her through her concerns. And I never let her know why I was originally at the store. I wanted to keep the situation calm. I explained to her that I was really only there to patrol as usual, and that it was never intended to make her feel attacked. I calmed the woman down and helped her feel like she was in control of the situation and that her safety and her comfort was top priority. She left by thanking me and asking me where a good place to get food was. So I felt like that was a really beneficial thing. And I feel like it was a success in making everyone happy as I could under the situation and under the circumstances. Now, do you have any questions for me? Yes, ma'am, I actually do have a question. So what would success in this position look like, and how would you measure it? That's a really good question, one I haven't really been asked before. So first, we would start with your normal duties, and if we see you excelling in those, then we'll add additional duties. And with additional duties, obviously you'll get a pay raise. And then beyond that, you could be looking at some promotions. There's a lot of room to grow in this company. Thank you so much, Mrs. Peterson. Well, Gwendolyn, it was great speaking with you today. And you'll probably be hearing from us soon. And my assistant will see you out. Have a good day. Sorry to keep you waiting. Excuse the smell, my dog just farted. Hi. How does it look?
You can't even see your face.
You can't see my face?
No, not at all.
Sorry about your wait. Okay. Nope, let's restart.
No, your hair's...
Stop. Stop.
Okay.
I could see you fit for other places. Start over. Oh wait, no, here. Let's just. I got it. So I was the president of a volunteer organization. Go ahead and restart that.
Yeah, you must.
And grow many of my skills. You got to stop. I can't focus when you do this. And then even some promotions. There's a lot of room to grow in this company, and we really like to have. Why do I keep saying that? Okay, start over. Hello, Mrs. Peterson. Stop. Well, Mrs. Peterson, my name's Gwendolyn Guthrie. Well, you know, you'll be hearing from us soon, and we would like to speak with you again soon, so make sure. Well, thank you for coming in today, Gwendolyn. I hope to hear from you soon, and it was a great pleasure speaking with you, and I hope that you will contact us back. Let's do it again. Speaking with you today, and you did amazing, and we hope to hear from you. One more time. You'll probably be hearing from us soon, and we look forward to speaking to you again. Does my gut stick out? Let's do it one more time, just in case. Second. Well, Gwendolyn, it was great speaking with you today, and I hope to hear from you soon. One more time. Let's do it one more time.
Okay.
Good? On. So the next day after the fire, when there was still smoke plumbing, let's try that again. Yes, irate customers are fun. But I mean, that's okay, because there's been times I've been upset. Okay, let's restart that, because I don't even like what I did there. So if you want to start by telling me a little bit about yourself, and what do you think that you could bring this company? No. Just sit. We're good. Stop it.